Hey guys, Mr. Avila is here today to talk to you about how you can earn maximum XP for your quest log. What you're looking at right now is your quest log. This is what you guys will be responsible for editing and keeping up to date every 2 weeks while you are in Knollwood Labs. And you can get to your quest log by going to fairhaveninnovates.com, going into Knollwood Labs, and then I'm going to click on quest logs. I'm going to click on my grade, so I'll say I'm a 5th grader. I would pick what day of the week I have Innovation Lab, and when I click on the day of the week, you will see your first name, and you click on that, you will be at your quest log. So while we're here, how you can earn maximum experience points is by checking out the rubric, and the rubric will be right here. What we're looking for is how well you've selected your heroic traits. We're looking at how strong your reflective writing is, how well you selected artifacts and evidence of your learning, and how nice your quest log appears. And again, you can check out your quest log under your grade, or if you go to the armory, you will also see, you can click on quest log rubric and check it out here. And to get to your exemplar quest log, right, the example that I made for you, because you're likely going to edit this page once you take control of this quest log. But if you ever want to see the example, it'll always be in the armory. And we're back where we started. So taking a look at your quest log, you will see that you have an achievements page. When you unlock an achievement, you will get a badge that you can put here. And you would just do that by clicking edit and going to insert image, and then you can put your achievements there. So you are expected to keep track of your achievements. That's part of updating your quest log, is making sure that you keep track of your achievements. But under my quests, you will see my example quest log. And so I think it's important that we know what quest you're working on. So I worked on Storybook World. I think it's important that you let us know what date you made this entry into your quest log. You have to tell us what traits you worked on. You are responsible for a minimum of 3 traits. 2 of them are going to come from the quest that you've worked on, and 1 of them is going to come from a general technology rubric. And to see those, again, if I go to quests, and let's say I want to pick a design and engineering quest. So I load up the quest map and I decide that Storybook World is the quest that I want to work on. So I know that Storybook World is a design and engineering quest. So I need to pick 2 heroic traits from the design and engineering section because that's the type of quest I'm doing. Your newbie quests, your newbie heroic traits are kind of your starter traits. Your epics are your medium level traits, and your heroic traits are kind of your expert level traits. It is important that you pick a heroic trait for the level that you're at. We want you to challenge yourself. But if you've never built anything in Minecraft, or if you've never designed anything in Tinkercad, that's okay to start out at the newbie level. As you progress throughout the year, we're hoping that you start to pick heroic traits that show how much you have grown. So maybe you start at a newbie level and then epic level, and then you work your way toward heroic, halfway through the year. So pick a trait that is at the level you're at, right? Something challenging. You don't get any extra experience points for completing heroic traits compared to newbie traits. So what we're looking for is that you're challenging yourself, right? That was one of the things that you saw in the rubric. So since I'm doing Storybook World Quest, I'm going to pick 2 design and engineering heroic traits. And I'm going to go into the quest log section, and I'm going to pick 1 general technology heroic trait. And you can pick these before you start a quest. You can figure out what they are during your quest. You can pick them when you finished up your quest, right? It's for you to reflect on what you have learned while you are working on a quest. So if we go back, we can see that I picked 3C, obtain, evaluate, and communicate information effectively, and I picked 2A. I can develop a simple sketch on paper to illustrate how the shape of an object helps its functions as needed to solve a given problem. And then I also picked for my general technology heroic trait, 2B. I can select and use appropriate pieces of technology to design and present information appropriately, addressing a target audience and providing accurate citation of sources. So I have my 3 traits, And I also let it be known that I was attempting to unlock the Screencast Master achievement, which means that I made a screencast that helps other people learn to do what I did. So once I've picked my 3 traits and I've put the date and the quest I'm working on, and if I'm working on any achievements for this, I'm going to do some reflective writing about what I learned. And so in my storybook world, I created a story where the princess had to save the prince, because I thought it'd be cool to reverse the gender roles, because it's always the princess getting saved. So I thought it'd be cool for the princess to save the prince. And the prince has been kidnapped by an elder dragon, and the princess is going to go get her own dragon to help her get the prince back. And so I talk a little bit about that, and you can also see I've included a screenshot from the story of the Ender Dragon, because if we go back and we look at our rubric, you'll see that not only is heroic trait selection important, so I picked challenging traits, I have reflective writing, which is the what I just mentioned. You'll also see artifact selection. I've mentioned to you guys many times that you need to collect evidence, pictures, videos, as you are working on your quest, not just the finished product. So if I go back to quest, you can see a screenshot from in the game. I've also included my sketch, because if we go back up, you remember I said that I can develop a simple sketch on paper. Well, since that is one of the traits I worked on, it seems like I would want to show that, right? And I'm far from a great artist, but you can see kind of the layout when I built my world. And you'll notice I even bold when I'm talking about what traits I worked on, because you want to talk about the traits in your quest log. You want to say what you did and how you did them and why you did them and what you learned from them. And then I also mentioned the Screencast Master achievement, and since I wanted to make a screencast, I also embedded that in my video, in my quest log, so you can see the screencast. If I jump forward,
the console command for the command block.
It's me talking about how I created my storybook world. So to wrap it up, things that we're looking for: the name of your quest, the date, what traits you worked on. Should be 2 traits at least from either design and engineering or computer science, based on which type of quest you chose. You should pick at least 1 technology heroic trait and any achievements that you decided to try to accomplish. Some reflective writing about what you did and why you did it and what you learned. I'm also making sure that I mention specifically how I developed those traits while I worked on them, and including, I would say, at least 3 pieces of evidence. And at the end, it's always important to talk about what you will do differently next time and what you're hoping to accomplish on a future quest. So all of those things, I think, are really important to putting together an excellent quest log.